Today we will talk about one of the most powerful passports and the most underrated in the same time. With this passport, you may travel to 153 countries without visa, no IELTS required, no job offer, no crazy investments. And the amazing thing about this country that once you arrive, upon arrival, you can go straight to the immigration and apply for permanent residency. And the process is pretty smooth and straightforward. Once you arrive there, you're going to start the process to become a permanent resident. We're talking about Uruguay. Uruguay is bordered by Brazil, Argentina, and lies along the Atlantic Ocean. The capital is Montevideo, the population is around 3 million, the currency is peso, and the main language is Spanish. And now let's talk about the steps. The first thing first, you have to double check if there is Uruguay embassy or consulate where you live or where you reside. If you didn't find any, you should check the closest country to you. If they have an embassy or consulate, then you have to contact them and ask them if they are authorized to accept your application. And to make it easier for you, I'm going to go through Uruguay embassies around the world. There is an embassy in Armenia, in India, in Iran, in Palestine, in Turkey, in Saudi Arabia, in United Arab Emirates, in Vietnam, in Indonesia, in Algeria, in Libya, in Morocco, in Nigeria, in Gabon, in South Africa, and Angola. So once you located your embassy, you have to make sure that you have a valid passport, at least for 6 months. The second thing, you should have photos, and then you should make sure that you have an insurance covering your stay in Uruguay. Next, you should have a reservation at least for a couple days upon arrival, because you want to explain to the immigration officer that you're going to stay a couple days in the downtown, for example, and then you're going to find a long-term stay in Uruguay. This is supposed to be done through an explanation letter, either in English or Spanish, to convince that you have plans and you know what you're doing when you arrive to Uruguay. And I highly suggest you to make a business plan as well. If you don't know how to make it in a professional way, you can reach out to us and we can help you out with that. So we almost covered all the requirements. Now we're going to talk about the last requirement, which is your income. Anyone with a monthly income of $1,500 can qualify. So for example, if you are a family of 4, the main applicant having an income of $2,000 is permissible. But I highly suggest if you have a family of 4, you should have at least $3,000 as a monthly income. All what you have to do to prove that with a bank statement, or probably own a company or properties and you're receiving something per month, you can just calculate all that and prove that with documents. So in a nutshell, you should apply for a tourist visa, but you should provide all these documents to convince the immigration officer that you have plans when you arrive to Uruguay. Once you arrive there, you should go to immigration and apply for permanent residency. And after living in Uruguay for 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. And that's pretty much it for today. If you have any questions, you can send us an email. If you have any comments, leave it in the comment section, or you can visit our official website, www.northleafcanada.ca. Thank you so much and have a wonderful weekend.